These new one-click Gemma and NA10 automations are absolutely insane. So what we're doing here, for example, you can see this screenshot right here. We have one-click Google AI agents that could just basically automate all sorts of workflows. So if we have a look at this one, for example, this is like an AI-powered RAG workflow for stock earnings. You can see we have the new update from Google plugged in over here. So this is using Gemma 3 to automate the whole process, and or anything like that. These are paid API models, right? Whereas, for example, if you're using Gemma 3, well, Gemma 3 is a free API, so you don't need to pay for it, and you can automate your workflows for free. Also, if you host NA10 locally, then I think you can use it for free as well. So, either way, you can build these AI agents, and you can actually do it for free if you host NA10 locally. We have a few guys in the AI Profit Boardroom already doing that, and it's super powerful stuff. So let's run through exactly how to get this set up step by step. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to go into NA10, set up a new workflow like you can see right here. And then inside this section, we're going to have chat trigger. Now, chat trigger essentially sets up the whole process so that as soon as someone types something into the chat, it's going to trigger the AI agent, which we'll add now. And we're going to use Gemma 3 to power this up. All right. So for example, what you can see here is we've got a workflow where we take the message from the user, we plug that into the AI agent, then we're going to select Google over here, and you just want to make sure that you've added your credentials from Google. Now, if you can't get those credentials or you're not sure where to get them, etc., you can get them for free at aistudio.google.com. I will put an recipe for all of this stuff inside the AI Profit Boardroom as well, so you can just grab that from me. But if you want to just grab an API key, go to aistudio.google.com, get an API key, create an API key like you see right here. So you just click this button and then you can grab an API key and plug that into your credentials, right? So if you want to enter your credentials, leave this the same, add your API key, literally takes a couple of minutes when you get your head around it. And then inside the model section here, you're going to select Gemma 3 27B. All right, so that's the one that you want to select here. And that means that now you've got a chatbot already set up in like the space of minutes with an AI agent ready to go and Google Gemini. Now that's how easy it is to set up an AI agent if you've never done this before. We can also set up a window buffer memory. That means it will remember like the last few messages that you've sent on the AI agent. So we're going to go with 10 for that, for the context window length, which means basically it's going to remember the last 10 interactions as we go through this process. Now I will show you some more complex stuff in a minute, but essentially you can see how easy this is to set up, right? And then inside the AI agent, we can actually edit the system instructions. So we can say here, for example, you're an SEO blog writer, write content for SEO. And then I'm going to grab one of my best recipes for building out content. So I'm going to take this right here and we'll grab this and then we'll plug it into A10. All right, so we'll grab that. And we'll say create an SEO optimized article for this. Keyword equals, take the keyword from the user. All right. And then if we open this up, we've got the details right here. All right. So it says keyword equals, take the keyword from the user, create an SEO optimized article for this, do all this stuff. This is how you're going to write it, etc. And then we can just test this out. So I'm going to say, okay, keyword equals SEO training Japan. Let's make sure that's working. And there we go. We've got the content ready to go back in the chat right there. All right. Let's check what the content is like from this AI agent. Plug this in, copy that in, and we'll make sure all the content is black so we can actually read it. There we go. All right, and it's pretty much like perfectly formatted, as you can see right here. Additionally, it's all personalized for me inside the content, and then it's got some details right here on exactly what to use, etc. And we've got that working nicely. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to see if we can use the new model from Google with maybe OpenRouter has it instead. So let's open that up. Model, Gemma, and we have Gemma 3, and it's actually free as well. So we've got two different options for Gemma there. So let's change it to that one. Say, are you working? That seems to be working. Boom shakalaka. We got it working, my friend. All right, happy days. So if you're struggling to get this set up with the Google Gemini API directly, then just make sure that you switch to OpenRouter, and then you can use Gemma 3, right? So you see how I have the model selected with OpenRouter, Gemma 3, and then that's working beautifully directly. Now, if you want to get the API from OpenRouter, let me sign in. I'll show you exactly how to do this. We'll go into OpenRouter, and then in your settings in the top right here, you're going to go over to keys, and then inside the key section, create a key, and then you can get API key from OpenRouter. And the cool thing about that is when you're doing this is like you can switch between all of these different models. So if we actually type in free, for example, here, we have, for example, like DeepSeek, Google Gemini, Flash, Gemma 3 is also free with the API inside OpenRouter. Then you got Llama, Quen, DeepSeek, like there's tons of free APIs there. So that's how you quickly build an AI agent. Obviously it's one click, so you just type in your keyword, and that's a really simple one. If you want to make this active, you can click on active over here, and then you can actually enable the chat message right there. So if we go back to overview here, I'm just going to save that one, and I'll show you some other ways to set this up. All right, so over here, we actually have a Telegram assisted AI, right? And what you can actually do is if you want to, for example, customize this with Gemma instead of OpenAI. So obviously OpenAI, like it's a paid model. Whereas, for example, if you use something like OpenRouter and Gemini, then it's free, all right, or Gemma 3. So what we can do here is inside this AI agent section, let me pull this up. We'll delete that. And then we're going to click on this and we'll type in OpenRouter and we'll select Gemma 3 from the list. We'll use a free model just to show you that this is free if we want to use it. And then we should be good to go on that. All right. And basically what this is going to do is going to listen for incoming events on our Telegram account. Then whether we send a chat message or a normal message, this will go through to the AI agent. The AI agent should respond. All right. So let's test this out. I just want to make sure I've got the right Telegram account selected and what the connection is. I think it'll be this one right here, the NA10 bot. All right. If we go over to NA10, we're like, are you working? Yeah. Look at that. Working beautifully right here. So it says, are you working? Yes, Jay, I'm here. I'm ready to assist you. Okay. What model are you? And it's saying it's using the architecture from that. All right. We'll just hit save on that as well. Just need to make sure it's saved. Refresh that. Type in something else. It seems like it is a bit slower when it's using Gemma 3, which is interesting. Let's have a look at the executions as well. Look at that error. Why is that an error? See what we got here. All right. Make sure we'll switch to the normal model and see if that works better instead. So we'll switch to Gemma 3. Hit save. Then we're going to go over to NA10 bot. Yeah, that is working now. Beautiful. Actually, you know what's quite interesting here is like, look at the response from OpenAI previously. So this is the OpenAI response on the Telegram. And then this is the response from Google Gemma 3, right? So you see how the content is a lot more like wordy and it's a lot friendlier and that sort of thing. And it's like, right, consider me, Julian Goldie, etc., the digital genie ready to tackle your queries. Seems like when you actually use Gemma 3, it's got a lot more personality. It does still feel a bit more like AI, whereas this one is like more short and straight to the point. All right, let's test this out now. So what model are you? Takes a little bit longer as well. But yeah, that's it. And then we've got this running and ready to go. If we go to executions here, that is actually working. Okay, nice, nice. So you can see how to use this step by step, how easy it is. If you want like all of the workflows that we're building out today, then you can go over to the AI Profit Boardroom. Let me pull this up inside the classroom here. And if you go over to the agent section, we've got like tons of different agents you can use directly with NA10, right? So for example, let me pull up this one. These are some DeepSeek agents right here. And you can actually download these JSON files and then import them, right? So if we download that, then we're going to go over to NA10, create a new workflow. And if we click on import from file, open that JSON file up, it'll actually import the agent directly, right? So literally within like, 1 or 2 clicks, you can just pull in all the details of this AI agent. And then if you want to use Gemma 3 inside here, just type in Gemma, like so. We'll type Gemma there as well. And then we'll type Gemma in here as well. All right. And that's how easy it is to switch between these APIs. And then once you've done that, inside the chat, you would just, for example, open up the chat inside NA10. Just check. Okay. Keyword equals, let's put, for example, Google Gemma API. Now we're going to pull up the research agent. Like you can see, and it's using the Open Router chat model. Start building that out. So we'll wait for that to load. It's also like there's tons of other AI agents in here as well. So we actually have 7 NA10 agents over here, like one for Telegram, email sales, video transcripts, SEO content writer, calendar and email assistant, scraping live pages, and a stock analysis assistant. Right, so there's some pretty cool stuff in there. You can see it's working its magic now. So if we have a look inside the research agent, it's pulling in the information right here. So it's using that information, and that's the output. And now it's working on the next step, which is writing the introduction for the content, and then it will move step by step across here. Now, once you've done that, if you go over to this inbox right here, let me pull this up. It should write an email and get me to approve it. Let me just double check. So yeah, you see how it's waiting for an email response right there? So basically this method right here, it uses like a human in the loop agent to get our approval before it carries on the workflow, which is super useful. And when it does something like this, what you're going to see here is it's going to say like, please approve this, right? So this was sent literally during this workflow. So you see how it says 0 minutes ago there. Basically what this NA10 agent is doing is it's getting us to approve the introduction before we send it over, right? So it's like, okay, let's talk about Google Gemma. And trust me, this is a big deal. I'm Julian Goldie. I spend all day looking at AI, SEO, and how to make more money. And this stuff is changing everything. And Gemma is right there at the front of the pack, right? So just to clarify here and help you understand, okay, what's going on here and how is this process working? So essentially, it is taking the input, which we said was Google Gemma API. Then this AI research assistant has gone off and researched the topic of Gemma. Then it's sent over to the introduction agent and used Gemma to write the introduction that you can see right here. Right, so it's written this really nice introduction. And how long is that content? This is just for the introduction, but it is, yeah, so it's wrote like 1,000 words for the transcript for our video. And then you can see here it's passed it on to Gmail to approve that. So you see how it says approval required for this email? So basically what it's doing is it's asking us to approve the content before it keeps going on to writing the rest of the content. Now, if we approve it, then it will go over to this AI agent to continue the workflow. If it doesn't get approved, then what's going to happen is the content will go through to the rewriting agent. That will loop back in to the introduction agent, rewrites the content, and then boom, we're ready to go. All right. And we just repeat that process. So if it gets declined, it goes over here. If it gets approved, it goes up here. And so you can kind of fork these one-click AI agents so that if you need to approve certain parts of the process or say, yeah, this is good to go or this is bad, etc., then you can easily do that using Gemma, right? And the whole process here is using Gemma directly. Again, just want to be 100% clear here. It looks like Google's API is not working right now directly for Gemma 3, but just use Open Router instead. If you use Open Router, that's actually going to work for you. So that's essentially how you can do it. Now we've covered many different workflows there already. So for example, how to do like a basic chatbot, how to, for example, create those really complicated RAG agents. That workflow is inside the AI Profit Boardroom. This one, we've covered how to import workflows as well. So you can get your first AI agent set up in one click, just importing the workflows from the AI Profit Boardroom. And then also how to set up like human in the loop situations where content either gets approved or declined. And depending on that, you either rewrite the content or it goes on to the next stage of the workflow. And again, this is all using Open Router and Gemma 3. And like one click, literally all we said was keyword equals Gemma API. And we actually got like a really nice script, as you can see right here, back in the game. So Yeah, super powerful stuff. Let's keep going now. So I want to show you how you can actually scrape the internet as well using these AI agents, right? So you can see here, for example, what we've got is a HTTP request, and we've got this AI agent. All right. And inside here, we can just scrape the internet using Gemma 3. So I'm going to type in Gemma here, and then we'll select 27B. And we can basically scrape whatever web page we want. So we've got the web page right there, and you can change this. You can even have it connected to the chat if you want. That's going to send it over to the AI agent, and then the AI agent is going to scrape that and give us like 5 blog ideas based on the web page. Now you could customize this to whatever you want. It could be like, okay, scrape the HTML or redesign the website or clone the website or use this for research, etc. The whole point here is like you can connect AI agents to live web pages, have the AI agent look through the web page in the HTML, and then use that as part of the workflow. So for example, we say, okay, go ahead inside here. Let's have a look what we got here. Reduce the endpoint tokens. All right, so let's just fix that up. See if that works. And that is providing some errors. Happy days. Always happens on the lives, this stuff. All right, we'll try this one. And that looks like it's actually working. So if you have any problems with the API, this is good for you to see, because then you can see like in real time, okay, if you have an issue, how do you fix it, right? So for example, in this situation, if one of the APIs on a beta API like Gemma 3 is struggling, then we can just change that directly inside the Open Router section here. And if you want to get like the best outputs possible, I still think like Claude 3.7 is the best, right? So for example, if we say go ahead here, we can use Claude 3.7, which is my favorite for like writing content and really humanized content. But again, like Gemma 3 you can use for free because it is a free API and it's publicly available for anyone. So depends on your preference and that sort of thing. But you can see here how I've got the process here. Now, why is it saying there's a context limit? Let's have a look what we got here. Max tokens and input length here. Might be because the HTML on the page is too long. Let's see what we got here. See if we can fix that. Again, like you know, this is never going to be perfect when we're setting this up, right? So it's a case of like testing and tweaking and being iterative with the process. Let's see how that goes. And we'll wait for that to load. One thing you learn really quickly with AI as well, with setting up these AI agents, it's just like be patient with the model, right? It's like, you know, it's a relatively new technology. You're building new stuff with it. You're experimenting with it. Is it going to work perfectly first time round? Absolutely not, right? So but once you've got it set up, it should work pretty consistently. But you can see here, for example, like we just had to change the number of tokens maximum inside that section, and then it worked perfectly. And we've got this HTTP request, took the HTML from that page, plugged it through the AI agent, and then we've got 5 blog ideas right there, right? So if you ever need to troubleshoot, this is why the AI Profit Boardroom is really good as well, because, you know, people have problems all the time, right? And we're all learning this stuff together. So when you join the AI Profit Boardroom, you can ask inside the community for any help that you need, right? So you can see here, for example, people are commenting all the time, posting all the time, and getting answers really, really quickly. So for example, if you are struggling or you need some help, just ask the community. You know, you got 455 members who are all dedicated to saving time, making money with AI, and you can use the community for help that you need, right? That's what we're there for. So you can see, for example, like even just 19 hours ago, we added all this stuff right here, including something that I'm going to move on to in a minute, which is how to set up a AI-powered call agent. But essentially, you can see how all of this process works step by step, how to set up your own AI agents, how to get all of this done. And it's pretty simple and easy to do, right? Once you've done it. Cool thing is as well, because I'm experimenting with this stuff, I make it really easy for you. So for example, with this is inside the AI Profit Boardroom. If you go into the NA10 agent section, so there's tons of workflows here, and you can download the file and just import it into your workflow, right? So for example, if we just go to new, I'll put a timer and I'll show you how quick and easy this is to set up your own workflow inside NA10, right? So if we put the timer on here and we see how long it takes to create a new AI agent with the workflows that I give you. So if I click on import from file, select the JSON file, and that is already set up, ready to go, right? If we say, are you working? Boom, working perfectly, right? And we just imported it in what? 20 seconds, 22 seconds. So, even if you're new to this stuff, you can get your first AI agent set up in like 20 seconds. Really doesn't take a long time. And you just follow this process of like importing the JSON file. So thanks so much for watching. If you want to get all of my best AI agent workflows, feel free to get that inside the AI Profit Boardroom. The whole goal of this community, for everyone who joins, is to save hundreds of hours and automate your business with AI, right? And this is based on how we scaled to over $300,000 a month. We have a community where you can just post any questions that you have. So, you can ask any questions you have. And additionally, it comes with all our best automations. So for example, like email content, social media and video, AI agents, web automation, scraping, AI SEO automation, crash courses, SOPs, and the whole collection. And additionally, we're working on some new ideas all the time. So for example, like we've got a new course coming on Go high-level automations and also business optimizations. And, all of the stuff that I'm showing you with, you can just download. So all those agents that I've shown you today, like the Telegram assistant, the video transcript assistant, the SEO content writer, scraping live web pages, the stock earnings analysis RAG agent, and a couple of others, including the email sales agent and a calendar and email assistant, you can just download these files. So you can download them there and then import them straight into NA10. Really simple and easy, and then just plug in your free API from Gemma. Super powerful stuff. So feel free to get that link in the comments description. If you want to get a free one-to-one SEO strategy session, feel free to get that link in the comments description. In this free SEO strategy session, we'll show you how we take websites from 0 to 145,000 business a month and generate hundreds of thousands of dollars in sales on autopilot. On this free link building acceleration session, you're going to get a free SEO domination plan, it's got the secrets SEO link building, answer any questions you have, you'll learn the best link building strategies for your website. Plus, you can just ask any questions you have live on the call. So if you're struggling with anything, feel free to ask us and we can help you directly on the call.